Alright, hi, welcome to this tutorial. My name is Masoud Pourghavam and I'm the student of mechanical engineering. Today in this tutorial we are going to be talking about getting into KeyShot. All the basics you need to know for KeyShot 9, going from lighting, rendering, different ways to use cameras, the geometry view, materials, everything you need to know to get started in this program. So we are going to be making this render that you see today. I have a model. You can use any model that you want to follow along it, doesn't matter. Just make sure there is multiple parts and you will be fine. All right, so let's just go ahead. Like a typical program, we have all of these options up here and we go to the file menu. We are going to hit a new. Let's start over from scratch and we can go to import, and I'm just going to import this file here. So one cool thing about KeyShot is that KeyShot can take your OBJs or your other types of formats of CAD files and convert them directly into poly, so you can use them right here in KeyShot instantly. So we are using KeyShot 9. Let's just quickly talk about a few of the panels that you need to use KeyShot, and then we will get into rendering this and setting up everything. So we have got two basic tabs. We have the library, which is here. You can toggle it on and off here, and we have the projects tab, and so project handles all of the things that are in the scene, from lighting to materials to objects, to render settings, some of them, and your cameras and your post processing. So also on the library side, we have our material libraries and our colors, textures, environments, black plates, favorites, and models. Cool. So that's basic information, and we will get into each all of these as the tutorial progresses. Uh, so last thing before we move on, we have the render tab down here, and also you can access it from up here. And so this will allow us to set up our renders however we want them. So we will talk about that later. All right, cool. So let's get started. The first thing that we need to do is we need to start assigning materials to our object. So let's just go to metal and let's drag an aluminum texture onto our model. And so all you have to do is click and drag. It's that simple, and it will assign to everything that already has the same material. So if we go to the materials tab, you will see that we have four basic materials in our scene. These were assigned by our OBJ, and all of these are linked, all of these objects. All right, we have got these panels here. Now, if we go back to our scene tab, we are able to click and hold Control, and it allows us to select objects in which we would like to assign materials. So the next way to assign a material. And let's go to our materials, and let's just go down to a hard dark material. We can click and drag it directly into this view here. And so now these objects have the black material. Awesome. So the next thing I would like to do is I'm not a fan of this white background. I don't want to use this HDRI either. We are gonna set up our own HDRI and our own lighting environment. So let's just go over here to the environment tab, and let's just, we can change a lot of things here about our HDRIs here, but let's just turn that off. So we are gonna go to the HDRI settings here, and let's just hit color, and this makes the background in the HDRI editor this specific color rather than using an image. So I have decided to make it black. Awesome. Now let's add a light pin to our HDRI. HDRI editor is one of the best features in KeyShot, and this is because it allows us to make custom lighting super fast. So just hit a new light. Very simple. This is the first way we are going to be lighting our scene and the first tool we are going to be using. The ability to place lights is so simple, but let's say you want to hit a specific part, you want to get a highlight on a very specific area. Well, KeyShot has a really great tool here called Set Highlight. You can see it right here, and we can use this to set a highlight exactly where we click based on the normals of the object. So for example, we can place a light, and let's say we want a rim light. Let's get a nice rim light, find something that's a bit high contrast, a bit interesting, and hitting the object in just the right places. It's not really rim light, but I like it. And I'm just gonna go down here and turn up the brightness a bit. And I'm going to adjust the fall off so it's a bit softer. You can see it's getting softer here. Eventually you get a feeling for where all of these lights are hitting based on their position in HDRI editor. Yeah, I like this one because we are getting a lot of nice edge highlights. Awesome. Let's go down here, hit done, or we can also turn on and off this, click and drag. Because if you forget to turn it off, you're going to accidentally start clicking on your scene and dragging the light everywhere. So that's not something that we want. Awesome. So we figured out how to set up a light. That's the first way to light. All right. There's more ways to light, but we're not going to talk about them right now. I changed the background to black color just to show you how lighting works in KeyShot. And now you can go to the environment tab and you can drag and drop your favorite environment. For example, I drag and drop this river river road environment, which is my favorite environment. And here you can click and drag to adjust the position of your model in that environment. Okay, now let's go to the render tab down here. And as you see, you can change a lot of settings here. I can rename the file, and in this tab you can change the layers and passes. Then I increase the quality to the maximum and click on render. Okay, we have to wait a few seconds until the rendering process is finished. And when the process is done, we can go to the path where we have saved our rendered model. And as you see, this is our rendered file, and you can open it to see how it looks. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.